Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Podcast Name Deferred. I'm your host, Seven. I got Craig and Ando in the back. I think Dan might be running a little bit late, but we are going to be talking all about the World Baseball Classic today. We are excited. There has been a lot going on. We'll also touch on some MLB news if we have time, if there's anything that's super important. But first, let's bring in my right hand, the most attractive man on the show by far, Craig Newton.
Good evening.
Hey, haven't had any issues this week. We're already off to a great start.
No earpods this time.
Okay. Well, I blame your AirPods then. No, I'm kidding. Thank you so much for being here, sir. Glad to see you. I know you've been going through you've been dealing with some stuff behind the scenes. We appreciate you being here as always. And we have the birthday person.
Stop it,
I don't want to call you birthday boy, and birthday man sounds weird, so I just said person.
Yep, birthday person.
Ando turns 29 today. Happy birthday, sir.
Thank you. It's actually 40. You wonderful man. Man, set this aside. We knew that this was going to happen tonight. Let's talk some baseball. Let's talk some World Baseball Classic. Craig, I will let you know, though, I would be a little concerned if your Seven's right hand, your left hand, I think might be a little bit better. But be careful what he's doing with his right hand, man.
I switched. Don't worry. He's getting used either way.
Okay. I don't know how much better that is, but
I'm ambidextrous. Okay, I'm ambidextrous.
What's your wife say about that, sir?
As really, just whatever hand gets the job done. That's the part.
Amen, sir. Amen.
Like, as long as I'm cooking, she doesn't care what hand I use. That's what matters most of all. We have had an interesting classic to start things off, but I want to start with this. And Craig, I want to get your take on this because this was something that really just didn't sit right with me. Yesterday in his interviews before the Team USA Team Italy game, Team USA manager Mark DeRosa made a comment and said, "Our tickets are already punched for the quarterfinals, but we want to win tonight anyway." Obviously, Team Italy and Team USA nor Team Italy had secured their spot before the start of that game yesterday because Team Mexico was also tied with them. For me, I feel like Mark DeRosa should be held to an even higher standard than you would normally think for a manager because Mark used to play.
Absolutely.
And what are your thoughts on the statement and how he handled it?
I don't know where he was coming up with that. I mean, he's a pro. He played for the Giants. I mean, he knows how a winning manager sounds. Confident, yes, but not being an arrogant prick and not insulting, another country.
Right.
After I heard that quote, I was very happy that Italy kicked their ass. I mean, I was very happy. He deserved it. Maybe he learned a lesson.
You know, it's a bad look when you give a team bulletin board material.
Oh yeah,
But
especially in
for
baseball.
me, in baseball, for me, like when you're a former player, like it's even worse. And it didn't sit right with me. Ando, what did you think, man?
Keep your mouth shut if you know it's good for you. Like you said it best, don't give your team bulletin board material. They teach you that in Pee Wee sports. It gets reiterated in high school sports, right? Word gets out, especially this day and age. And when I was in high school, we didn't have cell phones. So
Right.
nowadays you say something, it's not just media, it's people are gonna find it in some way, shape, or form. So it's more, I think it's more important now than ever to watch what you say. Or if you're going to say something, don't have firepower behind it. And you are the leader of your team, so to speak, as the manager of a baseball club. So you may not necessarily speak for your entire team when you say that. It's off-putting, I think is the best way to describe it. Because the rest of the team's like, dude, we're gonna go out there and play our asses off. If the manager is, if I'm a salesman at Walmart for Straight Talking, hey, this guy's a really good salesman, he's gonna sell 20 phones today. I'm like, dude, look, 10 is a really good day of where I'm at. That's more than 2 phones an hour when I'm working. But now you want me to bump it up to 4 phones an hour on a dead day where people don't get paid. Like you're overcooking my grits, coach. It's kind of how I'm feeling with Team USA. Like he didn't have to say that. Like you're like, we're getting ready for Italy. Whatever happens with Italy, we'll be ready for it then. Like you don't have to say it. Keep your mouth shut, man.
It was definitely out of character for Mark DeRosa. He never, he never came across that in the clubhouse ever.
And that was the thing that shocked me, was because as a player, like he wasn't one of those guys that ran his mouth.
No,
he was he was a pretty good guy. Like he was good in the clubhouse. He had a good attitude on the field.
Yep.
He was actually he was one of those players that I'm not saying he was the best, but he was one of those players that it wasn't a bad thing that kids looked up to because he carried himself the right way. Yep. And so that's one of the reasons why it was shocking to me. Oh, this is a good question. We're gonna pause. We're gonna talk about this because Reed asked a good question here. Should Team USA have an MLB coach in the World Baseball Classic?
Yeah, sure.
Are the rules in baseball the same?
It's pretty much the same thing. I think the only thing, other Ando, happy birthday to you as well, sir.
You said happy birthday to the more attractive Ando. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm the real Rob Ando. Thank you. Hey, you're the man. You're the most handsome guy on set. Rob, I need a spoon.
So
no, not that kind of spoon, you dick. I need a spoon to eat my ice cream with.
That's
Thank
a good brother. Let's go ahead, Ando.
I was gonna say, if the rules are the same, why wouldn't you? Like, I mean, it's like basketball. You want to get the best possible coach or the best possible leader in position, right? It's why every year when they do the Olympics, I love it when they, like, for how many years did the Olympic team have Coach K? Coach K, highly regarded as one of the best college basketball coaches in all of college basketball history. So put yourself in that position where your leader is going to have that experience. I personally don't know. Yeah, Reed, big spoon. Yeah, ha ha ha. I'm one of those people that are a firm believer that your leadership has to set the example. So put a person who has been in that position. How long has the World Baseball Classic been going on?
20 years.
20 years.
I think
there are players. Did Mark DeRosa play in a World Baseball Classic?
I think he did.
I think he played the first one because, I think he was on the same team with Griffey.
Okay, yeah. Then in that case, absolutely make that happen. Put that leadership in place. Yeah, I'm not against it. Like if they wanted to do a highly touted college coach, sure. I would say definitely need the baseball experience. Like, I mean, bar none. Don't put me out there and expect me to have a game plan to coach up against the best that Italy and Japan have to offer. But I mean, if they have experience coaching or managing, absolutely.
This isn't the Olympics. This is World Baseball Classic. This is world. bring your
The World
best.
Cup of baseball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring your best. Coaches, managers, whatever.
Mhm.
The hard part is, and I think this is the reason why we don't see MLB skippers, like Vitello, Alex Cora, and so on. Why we don't see them in the Classic is because the Classic happens during spring training. And your skippers are trying to build that 40-man roster. Your skippers are trying to make sure that they know who their 26 are. And you have to take 2.5 weeks away to deal with the World Baseball Classic. That really puts a damper on getting prepared for your season.
Yep.
And you can't use a college coach because they're in season already.
Yep.
So I think, to me, I think the reasonable option is you pick a top tier minor league coach. Their season hasn't started yet.
Yeah.
They're
I like it.
a part of training. So it's a lot easier to remove them from that situation, plop them into Houston, Miami, or wherever for 2 weeks. They know how to run a team. If you're a AAA manager, you know how to deal with press because you're getting press.
Yeah.
And I think that because my other concern with using an MLB manager is what happened with Steve Kerr in the Olympics.
Yep.
Gets criticized for using certain players or not using players when they feel like they should be used.
Right. Like when you've got Jason Tatum, when a guy like Jason Tatum isn't getting a lot of playing time and Kerr is leaning more towards players that he favors instead of the best person for the situation, like there's what appears to be the best players for the situation. I'll clarify.
Yep.
It opens you up for criticism. So, that's why, like when we were talking about what happened in the Olympics, a lot of us were talking about the fact that somebody like Don Staley might be a better choice because you're not going to have that
Becky
bias
Hammond.
or Becky Hammond, right? Don Staley, Becky Hammond, somebody like that, that's not going to have as much of a bias or perceived bias. I'll say it like that can actually manage the team and navigate the situation, because you have a lot of underlying MLB coaches that are involved in this. Like Frank Savelli is the head coach for Italy's team. One of the Yankees coaches. Like, so you can't, I think that not using MLB skippers is understandable, but I think that you should be using MLB under coaches, or like maybe there is somebody that's coaching, that's a bench boss in Major League Baseball that is probably in line for a head coaching gig soon. Like I'll use Jason Varitek as an example just because of being the Red Sox. He has done a great job as a bench boss, and if he wanted to right now, he would be the head coach of a baseball team. If you take Jason Varitek and plop him as being the person that's in charge of the World Baseball Classic team, he gets a little experience as the skipper. He gets, managing those lineups, managing that day-to-day operation of the team that he truly doesn't have yet. And so I think that's another way that you can kind of get a scope of how he's doing, if what he needs to work on to be prepared. And you get somebody with experience coaching a team in that role. So I think that the answer is there. It's just not quite MLB skippers. You know what I mean?
What if we took, and I like T3 and D's we'll talk about that in a second, T3. What if they took, for example, obviously we know the Blue Jays and the Dodgers went to the World Series last year. What if they took pieces or coaches, not necessarily the head managers, but bench coaches, hitting coaches, pitching coaches from those two teams? The year of the Baseball Classic, right? Because they proved that they can be there. Give them that extra media attention. Give them the opportunity. Hey, these aren't the main managers, but these are people who could be a manager down the line. It puts baseball right on the map with, hey, these are coaching staffs from the last two teams that made it to the World Series. So you know that these guys know what they're doing. They're coaches that have that experience with the media, obviously, because you have to be when you go to the World Series. Would something like that, do you think, if they kind of split it half and half?
You can't take too many coaches from the same team, especially because we're during spring training. You can't like if you take Toronto's hitting coach and pitching coach
Yeah.
and the Dodgers bench boss, and they're running Team USA. We'll just use that as an example.
Yeah.
You're missing that's Toronto missing two of their key coaches during spring training. When that's they do the hitting coach and this is where it's hard even for those guys, is because the hitting coach and the pitching coach do a lot of work in spring training, because that's when you're making sure everybody's shoring up on fundamentals. You're making sure everybody's daily routines are lined up the way that they're supposed to be. Like, all of those things are getting put into place for the season for any of the guys that are in your top 40 that are going to be in your top 40 roster or are on the bubble for that. So that's where it gets hard. And go ahead.
Don't forget split squads too. I mean, that hitting coach and that pitching coach, they're managing the split squads.
Right. Because you're going to have more than a few times during spring training where you've got one Giants team playing in Peoria and one Giants team playing in Surprise on the same day. And it's not that they're a double header.
Dave Righetti did that a lot. Dave Righetti and Wendell Kim and a lot of Giants bench coaches, split squads. You got to run it pretty thin staff. They're all over the place.
Right. Well, because I mean, you've got usually, because I was talking about this with Martha a week or two ago. Like, you've got 60 guys in spring training, so you can run split squads. You've got enough to have essentially two rosters of teams to be able to pull that off. But as a coaching staff, that it does spread you thin during that day. So the reason why I lean towards minor league coaches is because they're at spring training most of the time. Like, especially your AAA manager, probably your AA, single A might be show up the last couple of weeks before they start transitioning into minor league camp. But they're not as vital to the process.
Yep.
As Jason Varitek would be, or whatever else, like your primary bench boss, hitting coach, and pitching coach. So to me, that seems like the least amount of sacrifice, because teams are already sacrificed having their AAA guys because they're playing for national teams. So now we also have to lose coaching staff in that too. That puts everybody to disadvantage, especially if you have look at the number of players from the Dodgers, the Red Sox, the Blue Jays,
Yankees,
and some of these other teams, and the Mariners, and some of these other teams that have 5 or 6 guys in that are gone each from spring training for essentially 2.5, 3 weeks. Depending on how long they last. So it puts the teams at a disadvantage, because it's harder to work on strategy. Yes, those guys are still getting shaped up on fundamentals and things like that, but they're in a different mindset. So that's where it's hard to me. But I think I think it's something that they should evaluate. But the other thing is, players as senior, just retired players as coaches work. Albert Pujols is doing a great job. And it's, I mean, sure, he looks like a, school teacher sometimes with those fucking thick rimmed glasses, but he's doing a great job. And so it could be maybe Mark DeRosa wasn't 100% the best choice, because it's not hard to see, while Team USA has done well, it's not hard to say that they've underperformed a little bit. And so what you're left with is, was he the best choice? Because does he truly know how to manage those egos the way a manager would, especially for a team like Team USA, who basically from roster spot 1 to 26 is an MLB starter. The only team that has more all-stars than Team USA is the Dominican Republic, because they have 16. So it's a difficult situation, honestly.
I'm going to give Mark I'm going to say this was a one-off. That maybe in the heat of the moment, he spoke out turn like that. But that's it's a one-off. He's not going to make that mistake again.
Damien, you may have missed it. We talked about this right as we started. College baseball is already in full swing. When the World Baseball Classic starts, they're already in the second week of the season. So that's why AAA and AA teams are going to be your best source for coaches, because they're not in season yet. They're not doing as much. They're not as vital to spring training camp as as an a regular MLB coach, and college baseball is already in full swing. So it's hard for them to pull away for 3 weeks and have somebody else run an entire program. That for a lot of schools is, $1 million plus, especially for your, Power 5 schools. So it's I mean, you can't, it's not, you can go to Wichita State and pull their manager out for 3 weeks because they've still got to run a program. Yeah, it's not $1 million program, but it's close to it. And they've got stuff that, they've still got to win games. So that's where the double and triple A coaches come in. Now, could top players in the NCAA win World Baseball Classic? There are some NCAA. Hold on.
No.
Think about this though. Win the Classic overall? No. But participate, make an impact on some teams? Absolutely. Look at the story out of Czechia with that electrician. Yeah, a pitcher for Czechia threw 4.5 scoreless innings against Team Japan. He was so good, the Japanese gave him a curtain call when he was walking off the mound.
Yeah.
It is possible, especially for some teams. Like if you've got a kid in a college program that's from Panama, they don't have a very good team. Or that's got Netherlands ancestry, they don't have a very good team. So is it possible that some of those guys could make an impact on a World Baseball Classic team? Yeah. Are those teams winning it? No. At least I don't think so. And to me, that's where the difference is. Could they do it? Yes. Impact? Not even close. Winning? Not even close.
The difference between the college and the pros is one word: sustainability. Day in, day out. 9 innings. Day in, day out. They're not flashing the pans. They're not having one good game. They are sustainable every single freaking day for 162 games. The college players are not sustainable.
No, and that's why but that's the thing is when you've got 3 weeks, really, if a team that's going all the way to the finals, you've got 3 weeks. So realistically, for a team that a college player would have room on, it's not going to be like Japan, USA, Puerto Rico, whatever. You're probably looking at a week and a half, 2 weeks to just be able to dial in and at least sit on the bench, come in a pinch hit situation, or as have a starter for a solid top tier program come in and throw some relief innings on some of the lower ranked World Baseball Classic teams. Sure. It's again, not, you're not going to have a college pitcher striking out 10 in a row. No. But could a college pitcher do what that electrician from Czechia did? Yeah.
But can you do it the next game and the next game?
Oh, no. But I mean, a team that's taking an NCAA player because of their family's history, they're probably not making it a pool play anyway. Because, except for, not even Canada, because,
you may get some exposure, but he's not going to turn the scales for you to win enough games to make it into it into the actual playoffs.
Think about a team like Great Britain, Australia, Czechia, Israel, Netherlands, Nicaragua. An NCAA player could make a difference on that squad.
Yeah.
They're not going to the quarterfinals, but they would. Some of those teams, it would make them better.
Make some highlights for sure.
Yeah, that's again not anything crazy, but makes a noise. But now the other question is with the end. Well, because I don't know that the NCAA would allow it though. They wouldn't be eligible. That would be the other piece. That would be a question because those guys are getting paid to do that. So, does the NCAA let college athletes go to the Olympics?
Why not? If they're going to be getting paid for doing commercials and endorsing products, what's the difference?
but they're not. But you can't get paid to play. That's the rule now. Because NIL is different. You're not. I mean, officially, you're getting paid for your name, image, and likeness, not paid to play. Because if I take an NIL deal to go play baseball at Duke, and I don't make the starting roster, I ride the bench all year, and I don't play a single inning,
I still get paid.
Still got paid because they have the rights to my name, image, and likeness for that year, so they can use me for a commercial or two. They could use me for advertising, whatever the deal is. But it's not that I'm getting paid to play. Now, if they change it from NIL to where the colleges are directly paying them, and we have salary caps and stuff in college sports, like a lot of people are calling for, because I mean, NIL is out of control. They need to do something. Then I think it becomes a different discussion, because at that point you are getting paid to play. It's blatant. Everybody's on the same page. So if Duke loans a pitcher to the Netherlands because the kid's parents were from the Netherlands or Curacao, because because they usually share a squad with Curacao, then at that point, I don't think the NCAA is going to have an issue with it. But right now, it would still be considered getting paid to play. So I think that's where it would. I think that's where the hang up would come with the NCAA, if there was going to be one. I would think the NCAA would be like, no, this is cool. It's good exposure for the league and the athlete. But the NCAA's done some really stupid shit. And so that's hard for me to make a guess on. So Team USA goes down 8-0 last night. They crawl back 8-6. Aaron Judge gets up to the plate with 2 on, bottom of the ninth, 2 out, strikes out. Is it fair that people are blaming Aaron Judge for the loss, not just because of the last out, but because he was 0 for 4?
No.
I don't think
people
so.
have bad games. As much as I want to say that he's a Yankee, and I don't want to give Yankees any credit, people have bad games. So
Aaron Judge can. Oh, speak of the devil, Aaron and okay, Dan. I just asked this question. I'll let you sign in. I already know what your answer is going to be, but I'll let you chime in anyway.
Hot.
Last night, Aaron Judge goes 0 for 4, has the last out to end the game. Are the people that are saying that the loss is Judge's fault? Is it fair?
No.
Yeah.
How is that? I mean, how is that? Like, it's an 0 for 4 game. People go 0 for 4 a lot. That's
Thank you.
Baseball is hard. It's a hard sport.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Judge doesn't disappear in clutch moments. I was having an anxiety attack earlier on the chat, talking to my phone and shit. Like, I was like, you bastard.
For those of you that don't know, one of my favorite pastimes is just to get Dan going. Like, I love pissing him off, that's not like pissing him off, you're like getting under his skin and just kind of digging. And particularly, it's usually about Aaron Judge, because that's the easiest topic to get him going on. But it just brings me joy. And I had a rough day. It's been a rough few days for me. So to be able to just do that,
I'm glad.
It brought me joy. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm glad my incredibly not mild frustration can bring you joy in your everyday life.
It's for me with Judge, like, there are a lot of times when it's going to matter that he's going to be there. And we all know it. He has the reputation he has for a reason. Do I think, the real MVP, Cal Raleigh, would have gotten the hit in that scenario? Maybe.
Yeah, totally. Cal Raleigh and his 240 batting average would have totally got a hit there. Aaron Judge didn't hit 100 points higher last year at all.
Notice that I am not talking shit about this moment. Just note that I'm keeping my mouth shut.
But no, like, in the clutch moments, Judge is going to be there. Like, we're probably going to see something clutch out of Judge in the next round, or just if the opportunity comes up again, especially as it gets closer to the finals, we're going to see Judge and make much more of an impact. He's coming out of spring training just like all these other guys. So there's going to be some inconsistencies at first for any player. It happens. Like I'm
coming out of spring training, and at bat number 1 hits a fucking 440-foot home run.
Yeah, that was a nuke.
He's rusty. He's rusty as hell. He needs to get back into playing shape for sure.
He does.
He is a biracial angel. He is a biracial angel giant.
Is 7 one of those guys that thought Aaron Judge was black because his name was Judge?
No. I will never let him live down the fact. And Craig, you might remember this. 4 years ago, 7 was calling for Aaron Judge to be benched by the New York Yankees. This is not a joke.
I remember that.
This was on a podcast.
I remember that.
I was judging him based on his performance at the time.
What,
that's
after his 52 home run rookie season? It was just like, yeah, no, he's probably not going to ever do that again.
I just think it's crazy how they keep catching Jackson Profar juicing, but they can't catch Aaron Judge once. Like,
bro,
he need to do a better job.
That's all natural biracial angel, baby. That's all natural biracial angel.
He had I think Alex Rodriguez was like, okay, this is where I messed up with when I was trying to cover it up. So these are the mistakes that you can't make. And so now he's just perfected the process. That's really what it is, and that's why he hasn't gotten caught.
Yeah, it's called a fake dingling for your fucking piss test. Is what it's called.
He just carries it all on him at all times.
100%, dude.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, if you're going into the facility, you have that fake dick on you. All right. If you're committed to your roid use, you always have that fake dick on you. I mean, you basically treat that thing like your real dick.
He leaves his real dick at home because of the fake dick.
Yeah, he just takes it. He just attaches it. Puts the weird the biracial angel one on. They have one called biracial angel. It's a good tone.
That's the name of his that's the name of his wiener. Got it. Thanks, Dan. Glad to have you on the show today, bro. Does he call his other wiener the Hammer because his last name is Judge?
Yeah, it's from Adam and Eve. Yeah.
You can save if you order it on Amazon. But
no,
yeah,
dude,
hey,
they get the package deal, buy one get 120% off. Is that how that works?
He's been that big since he was like 17 years old, though. By the way,
he has.
Like he dominated like high school sports like crazy.
Because like I've seen like the pictures after he was drafted when he was still in like AA and AAA, and he has put on muscle, but like
for sure,
for the most part, like he's the same size
when he was 15, probably 6'5", 6'6". Yeah, he's just a big dude.
He is a big dude.
I don't think he actually knows who his real parents are, but we should find them and figure out what's going on with that DNA. Because
I bet they're both biracial angels.
Well, I mean, one of them was black, one of them was white, clearly.
Or they could be biracial angels.
Both of them. That'd be like a biracial angel making a biracial angel, and that'd be a biracial angel.
That's how he's the biracial. He is the biracial angel.
He's the biracial angel giant.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right.
He's like the Nephilim of biracial angels.
Exactly.
The Wonder Twin powers activated and just,
the egg and the sperm met inside Aaron Judge's mom, and they created Aaron Judge, the biracial angel king.
Too far.
Well, I mean, his mother was clearly a virgin. All right. That's what we're going.
Hey, crazier things have happened from virgins, right? I mean, we did get Jesus.
I don't think. Well,
Jesus and Aaron Judge. I'm just saying.
We're not going to get into that, but yes.
Have you seen Jesus and Aaron Judge in the same place? No, you have not. I'm just saying.
You haven't.
Just saying.
You haven't.
And this is coming from a Cal Raleigh fan. Keep that in mind. I don't like that Aaron Judge won MVP last year.
He also often talks about God within.
Yeah.
He talks about the God within.
I'm just saying.
He performs miracles.
Yes,
like it's 55. It's 60. It's 63. That's a miracle.
He did help the Red Sox. He did help the Red Sox win that World Series lately. So,
that's what? When?
I don't know. When did the last time that the Red Sox won the World Series?
The Red Sox haven't won a World Series while Judge has been in baseball.
No, because the last time the Red Sox won was in 2018, and Judge.
Okay, yeah, he was. No, he was. He was in 2017. So he was.
Oh, okay, all right. So that was That was the year after he came up.
Yeah, he had
first year he went into Boston. He's like, this is an okay place. I'm going to grant you guys a World Series win.
His rookie year, he hit 52 home runs. His rookie year, actually got snubbed for the MVP. He got beat out by, oh God, who beat him? It was somebody, but it was because he was a rookie. They didn't give him the MVP. he had MVP numbers for sure.
But he had AL MVP that year though, or AL rookie.
Yes, rookie of the year. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then that's what it is they gave him rookie of the year because they weren't going to give him MVP.
Weird.
Yeah, which is dumb.
You should have 4.
So we have right now, just as a quick update to where everything's going on, Italy did beat Mexico 9-1. Canada beat Cuba earlier today, 7-2. So Canada wins Group A and will face off against the U.S. on Friday. That will be at 7 p.m. That game is on Fox. And then Korea who Korea plays is going to depend on how the DR and Venezuela game goes, which they're tied for first in that pool. DR's up right now 7-3.
So, do we want to know who the AL MVP went to in 2018, the year that Judge was snubbed?
Yeah, who is it?
2017.
One?
2017.
2018 was Aaron Judge finished first in the AL MVP, runner-up, receiving just 10 votes.
Oh, okay.
Behind Mookie Betts of the Boston
Yeah, there
Red
you go.
Sox.
And Mookie had like 30. Yeah.
That was 2018 was the season that made Mookie Betts a household name. He played in an unreal clip that year. But who was the MVP? Who was the AL MVP in 2017?
Jose Altuve.
Okay.
That's
who I thought he beat out. That's who I thought he beat out.
Oh, because that was the year that Houston won the title.
Yeah, and then dong.
Okay.
So
we all still hate Houston, by the way, right?
Yeah.
We still hate Houston, right?
They can take that away from Altuve, right?
Yeah, they should. I think they should.
All they have to do to take it away from him is just put it on a shelf he can't reach, and there's nothing he can do.
Got him.
Yep.
Got him.
Fuck you, Altuve.
Got him.
I'm just saying.
That guy's never found a racehorse he wouldn't ride.
Mm-hmm. Or a racehorse he would put it inside. What?
Oh my god!
It appears that he jumps when he swings as well, which is funny because he has to put all of his power into it. Anyway,
do you think he cries for uppies at night to get into bed? Uppies, please.
It must be easy. It must be easy for him to hit home runs when he knows what pitch is coming, though, too. So
yeah,
I mean,
cheaters.
Did you see that Milwaukee tried to create a system to tell batters when to challenge a pitch?
They tried to read signs.
Yeah, well, yeah, and it was literally the most blatant bullshit I've ever seen. A red card or a green card. Like, challenge it, don't challenge it. Like,
wait a second. It's illegal to look to the dugout.
Yeah, the pitcher.
Yep. The new challenge rule means the pitcher
in the moment. They cannot look to the dugout for guidance.
Because the only three people that can challenge the new ruling is pitcher, catcher, batter. Right? Those are the only three.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, they got to be like part of it. It's got to be immediate. It's got to be immediate. They can't see a replay and shit. Basically.
So, like, if you've got a batter that's respectfully handed to where they can see the dugout from where they're at the plate, you just have a card up like, yep, nope. But it's hard because it's not like you can watch the feed live right in the dugout. They get a delay just like we do when we're watching it as fans. Yeah. So first of all, there's not really a lot you can do with it anyway, but the umps did shut it down. They said, you can't do that. The league said, no, you can't do that. It has to be unassisted from the dugout. So
yeah, we're getting real into the areas of like, why shouldn't like human error just be part of the umping? Like, these guys are really good at their jobs. And I feel like if their strike zone's a little different than what they call that box or whatever, like that should just be adjusted to like it has been for 125 years. Like they just never figured out like how to like, what are we doing at this point? The calls that get me are the bang bang plays like at second base on like steals where we're going back and looking at this stuff slow motion where it clearly would have been called an out before, but because the dude slides his finger underneath and it's like the closest play ever. And then where he's safe and then he comes off the bag and then he's still getting tagged and shit like that. That stuff is like, come on, like we gotta call them safe there, right? Because he touches the base first and he comes up off of it. That's gonna happen. Like that's just been part of the game, like the whole time.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Because fucking play.
When you're on when you're tagging somebody, they like you are taught, even in Little League, you have got to hold that tag until they stop. Because if that person, like if you're at second, I'm, as a catcher, I'm throwing the second. The catcher or the second baseman puts the glove down to catch it, and tag, and the batter slides through the base. And they're off the base, but if that tag is still held, they're out.
Not what I'm talking about. They're clearly off the base. They're clearly off the base. I'm talking about a dude who slides head first, and for a second, his stomach like hits, and he comes off the bag for a second, and it's like literally like this far, and it clearly would have been called a safe. You know what I'm saying? Like it clearly would have been called safe, and the dude keeps the tag on him, and because he came off the base for 1 second where he was clearly in there, and then they call him out because it's like this
because of momentum.
Second. Yes, the little split second, like where he lifted off the bag or something. That kind of stuff. They do it all the time, dude. They call him out all the time. It's like, oh, he's off the bag. It's like that would have been a safe call before, right? So like, what are we doing? Because he was safe. He was safe at the bag. Like I get what you're saying, Tony. Like if he comes all the way off it, like you got to keep the tag on. That's old school baseball. But I'm saying like we can't go back and look super slow mo and go, oh, his foot was off for 1 split second, so he's out. Like
I do think that all replays should have to be done at regular speed. If you want to look at it from other angles, that's I do think, because if the ump has to make that call in the moment, bang, bang, in regular speed, if we're going to judge him, we should be doing it at regular speed. When we slow down and it's that minuscule close, like there's always going to be those things. Nobody's ever going to be happy because one split frame looks like it might change the call. Regular speed. I would say max of half speed, but not like going down like you do.
I would say regular speed, but have multiple angles to look at it. Just like they do in the NFL. Because you got multiple angles of the catch. When people are challenging catches, they typically don't break it down frame by frame, but they do have different angles. Same speed, real-time speed, but break it down from multiple angles.
Right. And
Craig, what do you think?
They go pretty slow-mo in the NFL too, right? I mean, they go about 75% or whatever.
It's
I'm fine with slow motion. I'm regular speed, slow motion. I mean, I want the call to be right.
So Craig, you're okay with it if they come off for a second in slow mo? Because technically you're right. They are out, right? But like, do you know what I'm saying though? Like in the 70s, that would have been like if the guy slides in, his hand's clearly in there, and then he comes off for a second, they would have called that safe. That would have been a safe call in the 70s and 80s and 90s, right? I mean, that's basically what I'm saying. Is like when they go back and look at it afterwards and they go, oh, he was off for just like a little tiny, like I guess the best example is like Ando said something about the NFL, the catch rule where they say like he made a football move or whatever. Those football moves look a lot longer in slow motion than they actually are in real time.
In the heat of the moment,
Yes. So like we're breaking it down and like,
And you're right. Like there is a difference, and there's more that you can see. But I mean, that's why they want replay in the NFL. That's why they have it in basketball and stuff like that. Is you're looking at those minuscule things. But at what point? I think that the reason why it's not overbearing, especially with baseball, is they have the limits. They're not going back and reviewing every play. They're going back and reviewing those key moments. You have to be careful. And like with the ABS challenge system, it takes less than 10 seconds from the time that the batter taps his head to the ruling is made and the pitch clock is moving again. And so for me, I think that's perfectly reasonable, because you're not going to get as many challenges as people think with the ABS challenge system. And the other thing for me is, as the umps adjust, because the umps are learning from this too. And so as the umps adjust, we're going to get fewer and fewer calls that are outside of that, that are overruled by the challenge system.
Dan made a
go ahead.
Sorry. So Dan made a very good point. These umpires are really good.
Oh, yeah.
And the ABS system is proving just how good these guys are. And so I think they no longer think of, I don't think the umpires look at this anymore as a threat to their jobs or to their egos. I think they're starting to embrace it, especially at the lower levels. But like Dan said, the umpires are really good. The ABS system is working. I'm glad it's here.
Well, I mean, one of the pieces of proof of that the ABS system is proving that the umps are actually good at their job is the overturn rate of calls.
Yeah.
Has really been like, I think the average is like 53% is where they're at right now as far as challenges getting, where calls are getting overturned. And you're seeing it more from the pitchers and catchers than the hitters are getting. I think that I think pitchers and catchers, it's like 54 and hitters, it's like 51. It was the last numbers that I saw. I don't know how much it's shifted because it's been a couple weeks, but that is proof. Because I mean, the average accuracy for an umpire in Major League Baseball, because Dan and I have talked about this extensively. I think it's like 94, 95%, something like that, as far as accuracy for calls, as for like balls and strikes. So we're not going to see a lot of challenges. It's not like you're going to have, because it's not like a game where Angel Hernandez is umpiring where you're going to have 15 missed pitches. Angel Hernandez was pulling the average down. And
Aaron Judge, real Angel Hernandez, not real Angel.
Correct.
I think that I think we may even see like statistically those numbers increase this year as far as the accuracy of umpires, because you don't have Aaron Judge or you fucked it.
Angel Hernandez.
You don't have Aaron Hernandez. You don't have
Aaron Hernandez. Yes.
Aaron
Angel.
Hernandez.
Yes.
We're hung up on Aaron
Angel.
Hernandez. Angel.
Angel
Oh,
Hernandez.
Count it.
Aaron
Count it.
Hernandez.
Count it, Ando. I heard
We
it.
don't have
I
Aaron
heard it.
Hernandez.
That's it. Got him.
But we don't have
glad
Angel
somebody did.
Hernandez. But we
Murdered.
and we also don't have like Jen Powell, that ump that came up from the minors last year. She was rough at times. There were games that she had were below 90%. And I know somebody who's worked with her on the field calling games. That's about where she runs.
I didn't.
And
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you knew this, Tony, but I have a Nebraska American Legion umpiring license, and I will All right, so I'll get you a little two. Do that thing. I like to get the old kicker like this. Get the old strike. If I want to get real into it, I'll do the.
I just know that I wouldn't trust you to umpire a banana ball game, but that's just.
Bro, I was a good umpire. You know what it is? You have to really get in there. Like you got to get in there, and you got to get down, and it is tough. Low balls for me were tough. Like that was my weak spot. Was like if it was too low, it's hard to tell. I don't know, but like yeah, it's a lot of fun. I got tipped off the nut one time. That's not the greatest thing.
Yeah, no, it's not
foul tip off the old right testicle.
I got hit with a lot of foul tips playing catcher, and it's not great.
And I wasn't back there with all
those
the
in the
pads
chest. Yeah,
I just had the one pad, like the sheet, like the Spartan shield,
the meat shield. It's no, it's they have a hard job. They do. As much as we make jokes about guys like Angel and Joe and CB Buckner and stuff like that, like fuck CB Buckner, don't get me wrong,
dude,
but it is a hard job.
The funniest thing was watching like my buddies, like I would have to like hire people to like do first base, and stuff. And like, they're like, oh yeah, I got it. I'm good. I'm like, okay, all right. Just in first call every time, no matter what, they're looking at me. They like, it could be the easiest out safe call at first base. And these dudes are looking at me and I'm going, it's good. You got him. Like you're good. Like it's so quick. Like even in Little League, it's like, it's hard to judge sometimes.
It is.
You don't know. Like
I had to umpire a Little League game one time and I was just a first base umpire and nope. I'm good.
Dude.
I'll
that's
the professionals.
That's where I started at. And it's like, it's the first time you see it, you're like, whoa, like, these are just little kids too. You're like, oh, all right. I don't know if that's, I guess out. Like, yeah, it's quick. And Major League Baseball is crazy, dude. Those guys are a foot off all the time. They get so close to like, yeah, it's hard.
It's difficult. So
Aaron Hernandez mentioned.
Killed it.
Killed it.
Update: Dominican Republic and Venezuela game, top of the ninth. It's still 7-3. Now, hold on. What was I?
Ando, did you watch the FX Aaron Hernandez thing?
I have not. No.
It was
Really?
interesting.
Oh boy,
It really was.
you should. Yeah, if you don't know that he was, he liked the old dudes a lot.
Yeah.
That's most of what that show is about. Is him just being gay. Like,
Yeah.
They don't cover the homicides as much as they cover the gayness, and there's a lot of gayness. It's a ton. He was into dudes. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
So the next thing I want to talk about
I was so angry.
is I kind of touched on this a little earlier. Yesterday, I believe it was yesterday morning, Japan faced Czechia, won 9-0. Of course, Dan's favorite moneymaker, Shohei, was actually not playing in that game. He had the day off. But Japan made some noise, but they didn't make any noise until after Czechia's starting pitcher, last name is Satoria, got off the mound. He threw 4 2/3 innings. 45 of his 67 pitches were strikes. So good strike to ball ratio. 3 strikeouts.
Yep. Led the team with strikeouts with 3.
And his fastball is 80 miles an hour.
Whose was?
He's an electrician.
Oh, the electrician guy. Yeah. I loved that clip. I loved that clip. He was genuinely like, whoa, like what? Where am I at right now? He was like, hi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like he didn't understand what was going on. Like he's an electrician. Like he's not a professional baseball player.
Yeah.
And to get a curtain call because you had that dominant of a performance against Team Japan, who's obviously one of the favorites.
Clearly he is a professional. Clearly he is a bit of a professional. You know what I'm saying?
So, but the hard part is an 80-mile-an-hour fastball. Kike Hernandez can throw an 80-mile-an-hour fastball if you ask him to.
But like, I feel like I know that works for an inning, but 4 and a third it worked.
It's
like, why were they not like, oh, okay, he's throwing like a little leaguer? Got it.
It's Maddox-esque locating is what it is, because Maddox wasn't a high velocity pitcher. He wasn't looking at spin rate.
No,
but he could tell you within
location
where that ball was going to go.
Yep.
Maddox threw mostly a cutter, right? That was his pitch?
It was like cutter and a
cutter. Well, he threw like cutter change. It was a cutter change, but like the cutter was deadly.
Yeah, Maddox based everything off of the cutter. Everything looked just like his cutter.
And so I mean, when you have a guy like that, that's definitely Maddox-esque. Not saying it's the same talent level, but obviously it's the Maddox mentality of
obviously
location.
not. This guy's only pitched 1 game in the World Baseball Classic. Maddox had a 20-year career.
Yeah,
he won 300 games.
Yeah, through 300 games.
He won 300 games.
Yeah.
Maddox did.
He would be one of my top 5 in the starting rotation.
Really?
This is.
Yeah. I would have Maddox in my top 5.
I think he's top 15 all time, probably something like that.
I think, honestly speaking, I would have to flip a coin between him and Randy Johnson as my starting pitcher. If you have it in a 7-game series, I'm choosing between Johnson or Maddox.
I'm gonna take Johnson all day on that.
Well, hang on. I was gonna say, hang on. You get the first. Wait, he gets the first game of a 7-game series, or you get him to pitch all 7 games?
Oh shit.
Yeah. See. Because I mean, I'm going. If I get one game, I'm going Randy Johnson every time.
Hold on. Okay, so you're talking about a starting rotation.
Yeah.
If you're down to where your 5th starter is either Randy Johnson or Greg Maddux, who are your other 4? Let's start with that.
Roger Clemens.
Interesting.
Felix Hernandez, and that's because I'm a Seattle bias. I
mean, Felix is a legend.
Yeah,
it's fair.
So Felix, I would personally go, if I did my starting 5 rotation, it would be Felix, Randy Johnson, in no particular order. It'd be Felix, Randy Johnson, Greg Maddux.
This is assuming that everything's working everything is working 100%. Like
Yeah.
they're the top of their game.
Yeah,
Everything that they do is perfect.
I'm going to go Roger Clemens. And I guess I have the door open for 5.
Well, I mean, I feel like if you go against eras and stuff, then we got a whole different conversation because I'm going Bob Gibson in there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, Bob Gibson, Nolan Ryan.
You're right.
No, Koufax was a pitcher, right?
Sandy Koufax.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sandy Koufax. Got to include him. Nolan Ryan has to be included somewhere.
I would say Nolan Ryan's in most people's top 5.
Yeah.
Which is fair. Craig, would you agree?
Yeah. I picked some other pitchers, but yeah, you can't go wrong with any of those.
Who are some of the ones that you would pick, Craig? You have in the mind for baseball? I've only paid attention to baseball for like.
How about Cy Young?
Cy Young's a good one too.
That's going back a bit.
Hideo Nomo if I get like 1 inning.
I'm going to go Bob Gibson.
Yep.
Marichal.
Juan Marshall.
Elroy Face. Pirates.
Wow. Never heard
I
of
didn't even
Elroy
thought about
Face.
him. That's
Never heard of Elroy Face.
Look him up.
How about Louis Toussaint?
Yep, he's good too. Did I say Ryan?
You did.
Yeah.
I said Ryan and Maddox. That's my
Ryan
top
Maddox.
5.
Okay, that's not bad. I'm definitely Bob Gibson. Definitely Louis. A Red Sox fan, I got to include him. I'm going to throw in one different because obviously Johnson and
Maddox,
Roger Clemens, but I'm going to throw in one that some other people might not but we were kind of talking playoff type series.
Pedro.
No, actually Mad Bum.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Madison
Yeah.
Bumgarner. Madison Bum. It's
Shame on me
because it's of the playoffs. Because
Right.
Mad Bum in the playoffs was electric.
Where you at, Craig?
As much as it kills me to say that, because I was definitely supporting the Royals in that series.
Oh,
Mad Bum in the playoffs. Electric.
had their number.
Yeah.
Had their number. Yeah, he had their
the
number
entire
too.
time.
would you say that it's fair to say that he's the opposite of Clayton in the playoffs?
It's terrible.
That's really hard because Clayton had his moments in the playoffs. Like he's not as consistent as Mad Bum was in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
I will agree with that. But Kershaw had some moments in the playoffs too.
He did, but he got touched up. He got touched up in his first start almost every time.
Yeah,
that was like when they needed. That's when they needed it. Like it's like he's the opening day, or he's not the opening day, but he's the opening playoff starter. And they get
like game
touched
one
up for
starter.
6 runs.
Game one starter, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
if we're running under the assumption that everybody's stuff is 100% and the stuff is like what they're throwing is what they're throwing, I'm throwing Paul Skeens already recency biased into my top just because of the stuff. Because I don't think there's ever been anybody who has that kind of weirdness to like the 99, the 100 plus
him and
the
Splinker.
The Splinker. Like
I would take Skeens over Scooble in a fifth slot because like don't get me wrong, Scooble is an elite pitcher. I respect the hell out of him. He's definitely one of the top pitchers in the game today. He deserves all the accolades, but you can rely on Skeens a little bit more.
Okay.
And I think that's for me, that's the difference. And like, if you look at like Skeens start in the World Baseball Classic versus Scooble got touched. Whereas Skeens was able to keep the game under control. And you saw how even better he looked when he actually had run support behind him.
Would have been nice if Felix had that.
Right. Well, and Scooble actually has that to a better degree than what Skeens has in Pittsburgh. So I think that I'm not saying it's a lot better, but it's better. So
touching up Tarek like he went to a Catholic school. Huh?
I would rather because I would say one of them would go into that fifth slot if we're going to use a little bit of recency in that. And for me, it's got to be Skeens.
Tony, did you hear my joke? Did you hear my joke about Catholic schools? I just didn't know if you heard it.
It rubbed me the wrong way.
Ooh, Father Nelson. Let's just move him on down the line.
Oh God.
Let's clandestinely move this guy to a different parish.
So as we talk about the classic and what we're going to look towards look at towards the second round, which starts Friday. Hold on, I want to look at something really quick. Wait. Yes, okay, that's what I wanted. All right, so Korea is going to play whoever wins out of Dominican Republic and Venezuela. So as of right now, that looks to be
that one's still 7-3, so it's going to be Dominican Republic is up 7-3.
Yeah, so we're at bottom of the ninth. DR's up 7-3, so chances are it's Dominican Republic. And then Venezuela would play
Korea.
Yeah, so no, Korea plays Dominican Republic. Venezuela is going to
would play Japan,
which would play Japan, and then on the other side of the bracket, U.S. plays Canada, Puerto Rico plays Italy. So understanding that that's where we're at now, I'm still of mind that we're going to see the U.S. The final four are going to be U.S., Puerto Rico, Japan, and the Dominican Republic.
You think Puerto Rico beats Italy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do we get Dusty
absolutely?
Baker do we get Dusty Baker to get to the field so we can fire Mark DeRosa? Is that's still in the works?
I just
want Dusty with big old chaw in his mouth and his batting gloves on, just sitting there not doing shit. That's what I want. That's all he needs to do. That's all Dusty needs to do. That's all he ever did.
It's the reason that I take Puerto Rico in that game is they have a really good roster. Like their catchers, Martin Maldonado and Christian Vasquez. Christian Vasquez, yes, he's on the end of his career. He's not the hitter that he used to be, but he's amazing behind the plate.
How's Christian Vasquez at the end of his career? Is he like 30?
He's wrapping things up.
You're like, I've seen him. I've watched him play the last 2 years. He's terrible.
He's wrapping things up. Your infield for the DR is Nolan Arenado, Edwin Arroyo, Daryl Hernandez, Emmanuel Rivera, and Luis Vasquez. Your outfielders, Will Castro, Helio Ramos, Carlos Cortez, Eddie Rosario, Matthew Lugo, Brian Torres, MJ Melendez. Like it's a great roster. And that's the team that's coached by Yadi Molina.
Just wanted to let you know that the bases are loaded in the bottom of the ninth with no outs. Venezuela with a grand slam could tie it, but there are no outs. Bottom of the ninth. Bases are loaded. Again, the score is 7-3. Dominican Republic holding on to the 4-run lead over Venezuela, but Venezuela tying run is at the plate.
So most importantly, the U.S. advanced, correct?
Yeah, because
it became certain that the U.S. was advancing once Italy had scored 4 runs, because to win, Mexico needs 5. And if Mexico scores at least 5 runs in a win, the U.S. wins the pool and Mexico takes the second seed for Pool B. If Italy wins, then they win the pool. Team USA has second.
So did DeRosa like hindsight kind of not fuck up?
Kind of. It's Team USA versus Canada. Team USA is obviously far more loaded, and we get to beat Canadians at something again. So
but also he doesn't get to call Canadians. He doesn't get to call like in hindsight. I was right when he didn't actually know. He's like, oh yeah, no,
because
we had a lot of outs.
He was playing damage control today, and he said that he had done the math wrong. And I was like, how do you do the math?
There ain't that much. Yeah.
Like
not that many variables.
I know I went to school in Missouri, but I'm not. It's not that bad. It wasn't
the best.
It wasn't that hard to figure out.
They have the best public schools in Missouri
compared to Oklahoma and Arkansas, maybe, but not anywhere else.
Especially St. Joe, just the nicest. They have the nicest bathrooms in those schools.
Great to smoke
him. Oh, the best, just the best. I drove a tractor. I drove a tractor to school a day out of the year, not when I was in high school, bud. So you don't even know nothing about that.
But see, but I graduated from high school in Cameron, so there was a day where everybody that had them drove tractors to school anyway.
Okay, okay, yeah. So that was all.
So
we did.
I experienced that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good old days where your weed dealer just drop it off in your car when you're in school.
Yep. It was a lot easier back then.
I remember when a dime bag used to cost a dime, Tony.
Okay, so
hey, we got a question in the chat from Damien.
Oh, if Puerto Rico is part of the U.S., shouldn't it be Team USA? Technically, yes, but it wouldn't be fair. But because they're not a state, they're a territory. I think that's the justification. Because, if Guam, if they wanted to put out a team, okay.
Yeah.
Did Puerto Rico ask to be our territory, by the way? Or did we just go just figure out we're hey, Puerto Rico, you're not doing too good down here. Come under the wing. We're obviously down there strategically, militarily, right? That's really the one is we're down.
Yeah, it's because of Cuba.
Them and Guam, yeah.
Puerto Rico is a territory. That's exactly what it is.
We are savages. It's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so we got some good games. This next round, the quarterfinal round of the World Baseball Classic, starts Friday. Would love to see your guys' thoughts. Definitely comment after. Let me know what you guys are thinking. We'll be talking about it next week. I will be checking the comments. Don't forget MLB Morning Minutes. Most days, I do post them on the Podcast Name Deferred page. You can catch me on TikTok at FGD7. FGD7, sorry. And, we are part of the Waterwire Network. We do appreciate them supporting us and allowing us to be a part of them. They have great shows morning and evening, hosted by individuals that would love to share what they're talking about, interact with the chat. So please make sure that you're supporting the network and the other shows that are on this network. We are going to be closing out with a video that kind of showcases what else Waterwire Network has to offer. Before we do, we're going to get final thoughts. Ando, baseball thoughts for the week. What's on your mind?
Mariners need to pick up their shit. They lost to the Rockies today, 11-7. Fix your shit. But then the more I sit here and think about it, we don't have Arena, we don't have Rodriguez, we don't have Raleigh. It makes sense why our bats aren't there. Our three major bats are gone playing.
Yeah, there's a reason they call it the Grapefruit League. That nobody gives a shit.
Hey, I care.
I think New York's 13-2 right now. I don't think they're going to start the season. It's fine. They're not. Yeah. Nobody cares.
It's Venezuela did score a run, but it was on a sac fly. First and second, 1 out, 7-4 Dominican Republic lead.
They probably got Edwin Diaz warming up.
Yeah. We will be back next week. We appreciate the support. Dan, what about you?
I have final thoughts, 7. Oh, you just called me. I'm sorry. I didn't see that. I was going to say, so I know this is a baseball show, so I want to make a baseball question with the most ridiculous thing that happened all year in sports already. It doesn't matter. Bam Adebayo had 83 points in an NBA game last night. Okay, I'm an NBA guy. This is absolutely perplexing. All right, and I think it was set up kind of I think the Wizards are just they're wizards of letting people score, I guess.
Yep.
But what is there an MLB equivalent of a? So it would have to be almost a perfect game by somebody who you never thought was going to throw a perfect game. What's the most outrageous baseball?
Perfect game by the guy from the Czech would have thrown a perfect game. That would have been like an 83-point game.
By the guy, by the electrician?
By the electrician.
I don't know.
Nobody would have seen it coming.
I have a way. I have a way to compare this. That's nice and easy.
Let's do it.
Shohei pitches a perfect game while hitting for the while hitting for the home run cycle. Hitting the home run cycle. 1-run shot, 2-run shot, 3-run shot, and a grand slam.
Wow, that's. I mean, I guess it is. It is that rare. There's only been 3 80-point games in NBA history, so you would have to,
Kobe Bryant,
be that rare.
Wilt Chamberlain, Bam Adebayo.
It's almost an unassisted triple play.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more rare. That's more rare than an unassisted triple play. But per the plays, obviously, that's a whole game. An unassisted triple play? Mm-hmm. Yeah, 12 times or something like that, 8 or 10, 12 times. It's the rarest feat in baseball for sure, but it does happen. I think the last one was in like 2016 or something. We can look that up, but that I think it's even rarer than that. But that's a whole game, though. You know what I'm saying? Not just a single play.
Right.
So that's why it's probably not.
Yeah, and that's I think if Shohei were to throw, we'll say a no hitter. We won't even say a perfect game, a no hitter and hit for the home run cycle. That's an 83 game.
This man shot 43 free throws. Like that is just not a real number. Like it's like
that dude took more abuse than Rihanna in an elevator with Chris Brown.
Like, I don't know if hey, and also
oh man.
What? I mean I love how we're never I just love how we're never asking what happened before the Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? You think Rihanna was just like hanging out, like, oh, I wonder what we're gonna do tonight, and just like got hit in the no. Obviously, there was like some, let's just get the whole story. I'm not saying do it. I'm saying but it's not.
You think she walked in? I don't think Chris Brown was walked into that elevator and Chris Brown was warming up his fist like,
no, I don't think.
Sit down, baby. We're gonna have some fun tonight.
I don't think Chris Brown was like, hey, Meatloaf again and started swinging. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he was like that. I don't think it was like that.
If Rihanna wanted to make me Meatloaf every night of the week, I wouldn't say a fucking word.
Yeah.
I would not say a word.
We wouldn't, but we're not Chris Brown.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's fair.
we wouldn't, but we're not Chris Brown.
I wouldn't even argue about the Meatloaf being being overcooked. If she's wearing what she's wearing, fuck nah.
She's not gonna be cooking it. Let's be honest. Should we have a chef cooking?
Yeah. So somebody else would be cooking. Yeah. All right, Craig. Final thoughts, big guy.
We need a sounder for a car going off the rails when we go this route.
It should just happen right when I sign into the thing. Just
get a car crash sound effect.
My thought is my Giants are just quietly performing quite well, even though spring training. The new manager, this is huge. New manager, new coaching staff, it's huge.
What have you heard about how he's doing?
I heard he's doing quite well. I mean, the players have responded to him quite well. The front office responded to him quite well. And Posey really likes him.
That's good.
So, I mean, I think it was, the proof will be the pudding in 3 weeks. But for spring training, I mean, he's not getting in the way. Let's put it that way.
He can get everything out of that roster, Craig, and they can still get third in the NL West.
Of course, of course.
That's what sucks.
Oh yeah, I already picked third. Yeah,
you did. That's why I said that. And taming Rafi Devers is like an accomplishment all in its own. To get him to even show up to these games at this point is probably a feat. So let's give him some credit for that.
Yeah,
honestly, that's the thing that's the piece that concerns me the most is not just Rafi, but there's a couple egos on that team, and can he keep them in check, or are they going to say you don't have the pro experience that I do? You can't. I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
Who are the other ones? Who are not as bad as Rafi Devers, but
the other egos? I was trying.
Craig, is there another one? They're kind of egoless at this point, aren't they? They don't have a whole ton of Rafi's like their only.
Well, you've got oh crap, the guy from the Phillies that came over. Darn it.
Hauser, was it
Castellanos?
No. Outfielder.
Harrison Bader.
Yeah, thank you.
Bader. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Harrison Bader. Matt Chapman can be.
Bader's a team guy. Or he wasn't. Yeah. He was in New York anyway. I mean, but I don't know.
You get real pissy when you go to Philly. I think that's kind of where Bader's coming from. Bader's definitely going to have something, especially because of his experience. And again, it's not to criticize these guys for having the belief that they know what they're doing, because when you're a top tier MLB player, that's the 1% of the 1%. So, but you get some, it can be difficult, especially if you get a guy like Logan Webb, your ace. He's one of the best arms. He's not just the ace of the team. He's one of the best arms in the league. And you've got a guy that's a college coach coming in. This is how you need to throw your games. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, and I'm not saying he's going to do that all the time. And chances are Vitello does have a good eye for certain things. He wouldn't have gotten the job if he didn't. But
Vitello met with one-on-one in their homes with Webb and a couple other players. But I mean, he went and sought them out. And
Haley, I think, was one of them. Another
yeah,
one.
Yeah. So I mean, they already built a good relationship right then and there.
That's a good approach, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, you figure out the guys that are going to run your locker room.
Yep.
And you get them and you say, okay, let's make sure we're good now, because I don't want to have to deal with this when we get to spring training.
Well, there's a difference too between Logan Webb, who's a consummate professional probably, and then a guy like Rafi Devers, burn my lips on the blunt, miss my alarm. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like Rafi Devers is a mess. He's a mess, dude. Like, and with his bubblegum wrapped chewing tobacco. Like, what are we doing, Rafi Devers? Like, concentrate on what you're doing. He didn't like. You don't want to switch to first base, huh? It's easier, Rafi. That's what you want. You want easier. You're fat. Like, what he clearly wants everything. Like, it's been easy for him since the beginning. You can tell that guy's been able to hit a baseball since he was like 6. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just out there with his dip and shaw when he was 7 in the Little League. Yeah,
but I mean, think about it. Like the like, for me, the concern with Rafi at first base, and I know this hasn't been an issue up to this point, as I've seen like some of the clips of him playing in the spring and what he did last year. So I'm not saying it's not that it's an issue now, but have you watched certain guys like Vladdy Jr. when they're up on their weight a little bit, especially earlier in the season, trying to play first base? And if they go down for a pick, they might not come back up for a minute. Like, that's the thing you got to be concerned about. Like, is it like trying to watch Alec? Is it like, watching Alejandro Kirk try to do a pick on first base? No, but I mean,
sometimes I chuckle a little bit just thinking about Vlad Sr. like throwing Vlad Jr. a zebra cake when Vlad Jr. was like 4 or 5, just like, he's like, I am trying to hit balls, son. Like, shut up. Like, go over there. And he's like, this is a fat little kid. Like, just like, I'm going to hit a baseball, Dad. And he's like, no, you're not right now. Just a little spoiled asshole. And then he got $560 million or whatever. Great. We gave that guy generational money. Awesome.
And he almost won a World Series.
And he almost.
Yep.
Almost.
And he won a Gold Glove over Anthony Rizzo in 2021 that I'm still actually angry about. I don't even get how that's possible.
That should have been Rizzo's Gold Glove.
Dude, he was so good. Like, I watched Rizzo every day, and he was a magician at first base. And then you got Vladdy, who's diving for everything because he can't get to it foot speed wise. And they're just like, oh, what a play by Vlad Guerrero. It's like, that's a routine play that he just had to dive full out for and then beat a guy to the bag. Like, what? No,
it's not like, that's something that like Freddie Freeman or Anthony Rizzo or some of those other guys, like that's, or, Contreras even, like that, that's a routine play. But he's gotten a lot better. Like, I am less disappointed by the Gold Glove that he won for the 2025 season than I was for. Yeah, he got 2025 Gold Glove for the AL Gold Glove for first base. But I'm less disappointed by that one than I am that the Anthony Rizzo should have won. Even as a Red Sox, that one should have been.
It's like playing the show on PlayStation 2. And you're trying to get your guy to like win a center field Gold Glove. So you just wait till the ball's like dive distance, and then you just go dive for it. Like, even though you could have just went and run underneath it. Like, that's what he's doing. He's just like faking it. Like, it's ridiculous.
If I make every routine play look extraordinary,
yes,
I will win Golden Glove.
Yes, a guy like we could arrange to the right.
Yeah,
in fungo training and just got it. Like, but he's like diving and like, his guts hanging out.
His
dad throws him a zebra.
That's like giving Alejandro Kirk an award for all the plays he beat running to first, when most of those would have been doubles for the average MLB player.
Yep.
Like,
I'll tell you what.
I winded going to first when other people are rounding second, going to third on a triple. No, guys, slow down.
So I have a what is it? I think it's Panini Pristine Alejandro Kirk. It was like 2022 rookie with the silver autograph on it. And I think there's chicken grease on the card. It is an on-card auto. So we know all Alejandro had that in his hand for a second. And it looks like there might have been, it's either taquito or it's fried chicken. I can't tell. But there is some oily substance on my card that I would like to have not on there.
What can we say? Maybe mini tacos. Maybe mini tacos.
It doesn't make it a 101. Turns out, makes it worthless.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
for me personally, every day I am more and more happy with the fact that the Red Sox traded for Caleb Durbin. While they haven't made the decision official yet, right now it looks like he's going to be the starting third baseman for the Red Sox. And that is somebody that is going to be there for a long time. And that is hugely beneficial because you can start, because Story's coming up to the end of his career. That's the next thing you got to look at. Who's going to be your next hot shortstop? Who are, and they can look towards finding, if Marcelo Mayer is going to be an injury risk, who are we going to put at second? Are we going to get Christian Campbell to that point? Or is he just going to be a back end utility outfield guy? Like those, you can start moving towards some of those other things because you finally have a credible player, both offensively and defensively, that hasn't even hit his prime yet in third base, which is it's an important position. He knows, and he's got good fundamental skill, which I think, because one thing I'll say about the Brewers is they develop players pretty well. Unfortunately, they ship them out more often than not, but they develop players well. And so I think that he's got a bright future. And as frustrated as I am that Boston didn't make something happen for another big bat, if Boston can just be better than last year and continue to develop some of these young guys, Roman Anthony's going to be running that team.
Third in the AL East is just right there for. It's
we
right.
Both know that Toronto's going to drop off.
It's right there.
We both know that Toronto's going to drop off, and you can't rely on Baltimore to do anything but back out of a trade. They're just like the Ravens. So
it actually makes me sleep a little bit more and makes me more happy knowing that you sat there like 5 years ago and said the same thing about Rafi Devers. You're like, that's a guy we're gonna have at the hot corner for a long time.
Yeah. The difference is Rafi Devers has an ego and Caleb Durbin doesn't.
Are you sure about that? I hope he does. I hope he self-destructs. I mean, I hope everybody on the Boston Red Sox roster self-destructs. I hope they all end up like, hey, I hope Bobby Dahlbeck rings in their minds about. I hope all of them just fail like Bobby Dahlbeck. And you know what, Bobby Dahlbeck, I have a bone to pick with you. Before we're done here, Bobby Dahlbeck, I have so many of your goddamn rookie cards that I'm never going to be able to get rid of now. And you ruined a lot of my card collecting for a long time with your potential. You're thinking, he's a potential. He's got a lot of potential. Well, yeah, I thought so too. And you just didn't show up. God damn it. Sorry.
Well, I mean, at least you didn't pivot from relying on Bobby Dahlbeck to relying on Tristan Cassis. Because
I have a lot of Wander Francos too. Lots of Wander Francos that went unsold. Thanks, Wander. Your 14-year-old girlfriend, you fucking idiot. You idiot.
You have a short stack of Wander Franco rookie cards. Is that what you would say?
Yeah, they're all of age, I think, but like, yeah, like, I don't know if he has a rookie card himself, but like, yeah, got a lot of Wander Francos I didn't come off of. All right. I did get rid of a lot of them. Like, there's a lot of them sitting there. Those I might as well just use those as paperweights at this point. Cause like, what the fuck are they worth now? Like, I don't know. There might be some true crime people that would like them or something. I don't know.
Hey, Dan,
I think that,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll see your Dahlbecks and raise you Greg Jeffries.
There you go. Yeah. Hey, how about what's his name? The dude from Florida. God damn, what can I think of his name? You know who I'm talking about. He's got like the 2 4-letter names or whatever, and they thought he was going to be huge and for the Marlins just recently.
Oh yeah.
Craig, you said it on a show one time. That's the only reason I'm mentioning it, because I remember it now. Because I have a bunch of his rookie cards too, and he didn't even like make. I don't think he made it. I think he just quit or something. It was
I'm drawing a blank. Sorry.
You know who I'm talking about, though. God. But yeah, he had a real weird. It's not Yiddy Cappy, is it? Yiddy Cappy or something like that. Anyway, yeah, he was the same thing. I mean, Anthony Volpe's kind of like doing that for me right now. I don't really. I wish we had. Honestly, I wish we had a different shortstop. I do. I'm already sold.
Was it Yuri Perez? No, it wasn't Yuri Perez.
It's something like that, but it's like it's a real weird name. But yeah, he was like not Louis Sign or whatever. No, it's not right. But yeah, skinny kid. You got Wander Franco, Trevor Bauer.
That card didn't hit.
Do you even know Pain? If I just had a do you even know Pain Trevor Bauer card, that'd be the crowning jewel of my collection, probably.
That's actually, he has an Aaron Hernandez jersey.
I 100%
favorite one.
Bro, I actually own an Aaron Hernandez jersey. I also own several Aaron Hernandez rookie cards. Yes.
They're killing you, right?
Count it. Let's not get hung up on it. See the episode.
Did the Aaron Hernandez like that his downfall? Did that cut you deep?
It did. It was card collecting suicide, really. It was really my conviction that kept me in it. My conviction.
Oh God. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up before we get in trouble. Thank y'all so much for coming up and supporting us. We are gonna show off some of the great shows that happen on Wire to Wire Network. Please make sure to share with your friends, like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.